So I'm going to be unboxing this Vevor benchtop mortising machine, and then we're going to be doing a project with it to test it out and see what we think. We have a mortising bit. This one happens to be the 1/2 inch. Instructions. This is the base plate that the material actually sits on. You've got the handle. We've got the extra chuck. Got the safety guard. Got the tool holder that mounts on the back. Alright, so we have the hold down foot. Alright, there's our hold down foot. We've got our assembly hardware. And then we have the machine itself. Under the mortising machine, we have a 3/8 and a 1/4 inch mortising drill bit. We have the back plate. This would be the horizontal back plate stop. First thing we're going to do, clean everything. Everything comes with a Cosmoline or an oil on it. It's to keep it from rusting while it's in storage. So I'm using straight alcohol. We're going to wipe everything down and get all this stuff off of here. All right, the mortising machine is held in place right out of the box with a zip tie and a block of wood. There we go. And there it is, risen up all of the way. First step, get the base plate installed. You have a back support plate, put our stop on, and our spring, and our plate is going to slide through. All right, it has a plate here, and then there is a depth stop set screw. Ideally, this would be as far back as the spring would let it travel, and we'll set that. While we're back here, we'll go ahead and install the tool holder. All right, so there's our tool holder. I'm also going to install the safety guard, which we'll see how long that stays on the tool. One of the last things is to get the hold down, which is this, installed. And then you snug up this grub screw. And by loosening this hand nut on the side, you can then adjust the up and down for your workpiece retention. This is what you get in the kit. You get the mortising machine itself, all of the components that are necessary to actually make adjustments and make mortises. You get the key for the chuck. You get 3 mortising bits. You get 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 inch. You get a drill chuck and a drill chuck extension that would allow this to be used as a drill press for short area. The 4 Allen wrenches necessary to assemble the machine and make adjustments to the machine if you need to. Now that the machine's set up, we're going to install a chisel bit. We're going to take this block of wood because the points are very sharp. We'll start the bit up inside and use the block of wood to carefully raise the bit up into its location. Now you'll see when I let go that everything stays in place because the internal bit is holding the external chisel in place. However, I need to now square the chisel bit to the fence and lift it up just so slightly to provide the clearance I need for the tip. And we're going to use this to square it. We're going to put it up against the fence. We're going to lower the chisel bit down. And then we're very carefully going to use the stop in the back of the machine to bring the wood forward till it ever so slightly touches the chisel. Lift up on the chisel bit, and we're going to grab our Allen wrench and we're going to tighten up our grub screw, which locks everything in place. I have taken a piece of scrap and I have pre-marked a 2-inch down mark. This is to set the depth stop on the side of the machine. We do that by setting the block of wood over to the side, and we will lower the mortising machine until the base of the bit is right below our 2-inch line. So right below the 2-inch line. Once we're there, we'll come over and we will set our stop so that we know we have a repeatable depth. Now we need to set the fence to the material to the center of the board. So we put our board approximately where we want it, and we will adjust our set screw in the back right there. Once we're set, we lock it in place. With all of that in place, we can go ahead and plug the machine in and give it a test run. The only thing I'm questioning is how the safety guards are going to work. We're going to try it. I suspect we'll end up having to flip it up out of the way. But it definitely makes a square hole. Step over, so we're going to come over and leave a small amount of wood between the next hole all the way down until we hit the end. Then we'll come back and take out the rest of the material. There is a 3 1/8 inch long by 1/2 inch wide mortise, 2 inches deep. I'll be honest, I'm pretty pleased with that. I've pre-set up the router to cut the tin ends on the end of the boards. So we need to repeat that more times, and then we will go cut the mortises in the receiving end of the rail. Now we need to go ahead and put our mortises in our vertical boards. Fits nice and snugly, which is exactly what you want for this. So when we glue it, it'll bind really well and not have a major issue. Slap some more glue on here. Well, we're going to wrap this one up. Overall, very pleased with this machine. It definitely functions the way I expected it to. It comes with the 3 mortising bits and all the tools necessary to assemble and use the machine. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. The price point gets you in the door, gets you started in mortising, which is very good. Comes with the 3 bits real quick here. I'd highly recommend a set of these cone diamond sharpening cones, I guess, bits. They're designed for sharpening these mortise chisels specifically. The chisels are sharp right out of the box, but these go a long way as you start using this. The design of the bit crushes the material by the chisel up into the area, and then the auger of the bit pulls it up and out, as you saw. There is storage on the back for all the tools and bits. The clamps, the adjustments, the foot, all of that works well. No major issues with any of that. Overall, very pleased there. It does store a little neater than what you see here. We're going to get to that as we go. So you can get this thing squished down a little bit to make it a little easier to store, which is plus, in my opinion. One thing to take into consideration at this price point, it's not as refined, however it works very well. This is not a criticism of the machine. It did originally come with grub screws for the chisel retention and the handle retention. I did replace those with thumb screws, but those grub screws work perfectly fine, and it comes with the Allen wrench does to adjust them, so not a criticism. I will point out that you saw me struggling with this guard earlier on. The guard is intended to be used with the drill and the drill chuck function. I will not be using this as a drill press, so this is really not used in my application. It does not work as you saw with the mortising bits. It's only made for the drill chuck and the drill chuck extension. So not necessary in my application. But you saw the gates get made. They worked really well. The mortise is nice and snug. Everything worked as expected. Overall, I'm going to recommend this machine based on its price point. It gets the average woodworker in the door on working on mortises, and it makes a nice clean mortise that will get you what you want. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you got something out of this one. Check out those links in the description for the sharpening bits and the machine itself. And until next time, thanks for watching.